Petra Anderson, who was shot in the head and made a miraculous recovery, or at least that's the word that everybody's using. I just read that in the headline, which is why I said I would usually avoid using the word miraculous.
Well, I want to talk about that. But first, let's explain what happened to her, and then we'll talk about whether it's a miracle or not.
Sure.
Doctors realized a brain defect she didn't even know she had might have saved her. It is a tiny channel of fluid running through her skull, like a tiny vein through marble. The shotgun buckshot enters her brain from the exact point of this defect, and in the process, the bullet misses all the vital areas of the brain. Now, according to Facebook posts, Anderson is already walking and talking and expected to fully recover.
All right, so that's incredibly positive news, and of course, understandably, her family and loved ones, some of them are saying, well, it's a miracle, and it just shows me that God exists. But you and I are non-believers, right? You can call me agnostic, atheist, whatever you want, right? There's a huge debate as to which one of those I am. Anyway.
Well, I'm an atheist.
Okay. But here, if God did all of this, it's a weird design, isn't it? He's like, okay, let me give her a brain defect early on, which then later I will, have her get shot along with 70 other people. And I will have 12 of those people die, 58 of them get wounded. I'll have her get shot in the head, but because of the brain defect I put in her when she was born, she will be saved, and then people will call that a miracle. How about you don't shoot her?
Yeah. I mean, of course, absolutely no disrespect to Petra, to her family. I'm really happy that she has come out on the other side of this recovery and that she's doing well. I wish I could say the same for most of the victims of the shooting. But I think that this is a cultural problem that we see a lot in America, where I think we kind of celebrate the survivors a little bit differently than we mourn the people who might have died, whether it's in a mass shooting, whether it's, I see it even more so with cancer victims. We actually call them that, cancer victims and cancer survivors. And we kind of put the onus on them, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she was bestowed with a miracle, or she prayed really hard, or, they really willed themselves. She was really strong, exactly. And honestly, we know that this is random chance. We know that this is a fluke. And I think that the same amount of respect should go to Petra as all of the people who passed away in this horrible crime.
Right, and I know that our family does not mean it this way.
No,
and our hearts go out to her in the first place because she got shot by this psycho. That is all unquestionable. But when you say that that's a miracle, if I'm one of the family members of the 12 that died, I think, well, what did God have against them?
Why didn't I get a miracle?
Yeah, why didn't he give them a miracle? Or why is it part of God's plan that they died and your daughter didn't, right? And so the problem is that once you wade into religious territory, you're going to run into tremendous logical inconsistency immediately.
Yeah.
And it's such an emotional thing that people don't even want you talking about it. But we got to keep it real here on the show. I mean, we love that she survived. We think it's the greatest thing there is.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that she survived, and that she happened to have this defect that wound up helping her tremendously. And by the way, that has caused her no other harm. I mean, it's fantastic, right? But at the same time, I don't think any part of this shooting was miraculous. I think it was all a disaster.